a bit of a collision with 20 laps to go. Here's a recap.
Who's going to be in the lead right here? Is the caution going to come out? No, we're still green.
Outside. Hang on. What the is he doing, man?
I think Chase might have hit the wall there. He definitely hit the wall.
I'm not even looking at my mirror at that point because all I'm worried about is Joey, and I'm looking out of my A-post window, and I had a run, so I went to peel off, and as soon as I peeled off, my spotter's yelling, outside, and I had no clue he was even coming. I mean, I hate that I ended his day after they worked so hard to get back to the lead lap and back in contention to win, and I would never run into my teammate or block him that aggressively and that late on purpose.
Quick programming note, Radioactive back tomorrow on NASCAR Race Hub. It happens at 5:30 Eastern time. You heard each of the guys there, one on the radio, one in the media center. Your reaction to what you saw, Ryan?
Yeah, that's a tricky situation. Last couple of weeks, you've had teammates fence each other. So it's, just one of those racing hard incidences. Kyle said in his interview in the media center that, he kind of spotter called it late, and Chase was coming with such a big run. Those things happen super quickly. So, but to Chase's side, I can see why he's frustrated. He got put in the fence and worked hard all day to get back to contention to win the race, and all of a sudden your day's ruined. So you can see both sides of it, and that's really racing, right? You're always going to see both sides of each driver, and whoever you're a fan of, you're going to side with, really. So
yeah, Kyle mentioned his spotter, Tyler Munn, and there was a tweet that he put out last night, and he took total responsibility. I think he was focused on the same thing that Kyle was, and that was Joey Logano down there on the inside, and he said that Chase Elliott just snuck up on him as well. He shouldered the whole thing, but kind of to Ryan's point, I'm not sure Chase cares about any of that. I know if I was Alan Gustafson, the crew chief, I wouldn't want to hear that, working as hard as I had to get that car back in contention.
There's so many layers to this, though, Larry. You think about the fact that they're both very popular drivers in the NASCAR garage and with the fan base. They're the last two champions. And maybe most importantly, teammates. How does that change this scenario?
It's a tricky situation. Like you said, they're the last two champions, two of the biggest names in the sport, and they have to work together. I mean, they have to work together to get Hendrick Motorsports wins, and the teams are very strong when all the drivers are, really positive towards each other. So I can't speak on an in-house incident. I don't know, how this is going to affect their working relationship, but it's definitely a sticky situation, not only for the drivers, but for the crew members too. I mean, that work hard on these things, and they're going to have their sides too. So just have to tune in to see how it turns out.
I think Mr. H needs to get the little kiddies table and the milk and cookies back out that he used with Chad and Jimmy a few years ago.
The milk and cookies is back.